And this guy, you actually had 11th, and you right before we went on the air, you bumped him up to 9. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, he's kind of the opposite of Kyle Pitts. As a specimen, not really impressive at all. Not a great 40, not a good vertical, but he is just always open. He's super reliable. I think 60% of his catches last year went for first downs. I mean, just a good, solid, safe bet to be where he needs to be, to catch the ball, move the chains, and let's continue moving forward as an offense. He was the tight end 12, 3, and 10 across his past 3 years, shouldering 89, 103, and 89 targets. And now he walks into a Texans offense that has the most vacated volume by a mile in the league. 2,860 air yards, that's 70% of it. 357 targets, that's 64% of their targets. 16 targets inside the 10, that's 64% of those as well. Each one of those things I listed is number one, the most in the league. That's how wide open this entire offense is. And CJ Stroud, I really like this kid. He's my number one ranked rookie QB. Very, very accurate. He's going to, we often see, and I wish I did a study on this, like rookie quarterbacks and tight ends, but it does seem to be a common trend that they need that security blanket.
I agree with you completely.
Just the eyeball test wise, they want that safe, reliable guy, a big flashing body like Schultz over the middle. I think he's absolutely going to be that. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he leads this team in targets, and that's 100% what we're looking for at this position. It's not the athleticism, it's the volume. And already we have him saying, Schultz citing what I love about this too. A lot of people aren't recognizing this is a 49ers-inspired offense. That Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan scheme coming over to the Texans right now, and that scheme has often been very tight end friendly. And Schultz himself saying, proven scheme from the Shanahan tree, coaching staff, love all these guys, very good designers. I absolutely love this offense for tight ends right now. And that's why I signed with this team. And then the coach comes out and says, big target, quarterback friendly. We've played against Dalton a lot in the NFC, and he always made big plays against us. So I'm excited to have him here and see what he does. I think this is going to be a great, just overall scheme, player, everything. I want him above Kyle Pitts the more I talked about him.
You're gonna notice that's a recurring theme as you go down this list. I don't know if you'll be like me and pick them all, but I'll bet you the next 2 or 3 guys you're gonna be like, I like him more than Kyle Pitts.
And the other piece of it
I've definitely said on the pod before that although just like you said, you don't have the data to back it up. I've definitely said that I lean more towards tight ends when they're playing with a rookie or a guy who's like a first-year starter, something like that. I've always just. Again, I don't know if the stats back this up, but I've always leaned into those guys because I just feel like having a good tight end, good kind of like a cushion there, I feel like they get used a lot more. It's definitely happened a few times because I developed that feeling, based on watching somebody. I just don't remember when and where. Yeah, I agree with you.
And he's fallen too. We're going to go through some of these other names. He's fallen obviously well below Kyle Pitts, who I'm now thinking about moving him ahead of. But he's fallen below Njoku. He's fallen below Freiermuth, like 2 rounds below these guys. And I think he has equal as much upside, if not more, to see 110 targets potentially within this offense. So at his price tag, I've gotten a good amount of Dalton Schultz. Like I said, Waller is my most owned tight end in these early drafts. But Schultz is a nice number 2 right behind him. Actually, there's a third guy that's right next to my number 2 owned tight end. That's not even in my top 15, but we'll have to mention him when we get to the end.
We'll bring him up at the end of the show.
For best ball purposes, you can't get better than that guy. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.